Alright my guys, what is going on? It's your boy Am and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing my top 15 rarest items, skins, camos, whatever you want to call them in Call of Duty Mobile. And if you guys think that something should be switched around in the tier list or I missed something else in the tier list, just let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this video idea if you want to get more of these types of video ideas. And with that being said, I will see y'all in just a moment. Alrighty my guys, welcome back, and at that number 15 spot, it's going to be the High Voltage Prophet. And the reason I'm ranking this so high up is simply because this skin was released at the end of Season 1 in a crate, and the reason it's so rare is because nobody liked the skin. The skin did not get a lot of feedback, a lot of people just weren't a big fan of the way it looked, and because of how much CP the crate cost and how many draws it took to get these skins and stuff like that, people just weren't a big fan of pulling for a skin that they didn't like back then. And that's why the High Voltage Prophet is rare, but it's just not as rare as other things I'm going to name on this list. Going on to number 14, we have the Captain. And the Captain was a special offer also at the end of Season 1, I'm most positive, for $14 with the S36 Deep Shark. And the reason this is also ranked pretty high is because it was released at the end of Season 1. It's not necessarily OG. It's pretty OG. Not a lot of people have it, but it's not like the rarest thing on this list. I feel like a lot of people got this skin as it was a direct purchase and not a crate. If it was in a crate, maybe it would be lower on the list, but considering it was a direct purchase and it was Season 1 late, I'm going to have to put this one at number 14. Going on to number 13, we have the Red Action BY15 and DLQ33, and the reason these are also on the list is because these were Season 1 crates. So that means how we have the HG40 geometry in our crate right now, the Red Action BY15 and DLQ33 were the crate for the Season 1 Battle Pass, and the chances of getting these skins were so low, and that's why they made it on the top 15 rarest items list, despite lots of people being able to get that Battle Pass, because the chances of getting these were extremely low. And now that we're almost into Season 4, not a lot of people even know what the BY15 Red Action is. Maybe they know what the DLQ is, but a lot of people ask me about the BY15 Red Action. Moving on to number 12, we have the Ruin Jungle, and a lot of you guys are going to be like, Adam, I see this skin all the time, and guys, you're probably playing against bots. It's like that. This skin is ranked at number 12 as it was one of the, I think it was the first direct purchase skin you can get inside the game for $8 or $7. And not a lot of people bought this skin because they weren't a fan of it and whatnot. And it was a direct purchase for $7 for a skin. People weren't really used to that. I mean, now you look at the game and you're like, bro, I should have just got that skin when I had the chance. I had to spend like $150 for a lucky draw. So it was released really early. Not a lot of people got it. The game was just starting. So moving on to number 11, we have Captain Price. And this skin right here is extremely rare. It was one of the first crates to be released in Call of Duty Mobile. Maybe not the first. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit there. But it was definitely an early on crate in Season 1. A lot of people went for it, but the chances of getting him were so low. And I don't know if Call of Duty Mobile just said the chances were like a 1% when in reality they were lower, because so few people got this skin. Honestly, bro, so few people got this skin. And considering it was released at the beginning of the game, not a lot of people got this skin. The crate was expensive, 720 CP. Not a lot of people wanted to spend that much as the game just released. And this skin right here, only like top YouTubers have this skin, let's be honest. This skin is really OG, and that's why I'm ranking it at number 11. Okay, before we get into the top 10 rarest skins, I just wanted to give an honorable mention to the AK-47 Red Action. This skin is also really rare. It was like tier 100 on the Season 1 Battle Pass, but the reason this skin isn't going to be in the top 10 and honorable mention is simply because you can grind it on the Battle Pass, whereas the BY15 and DLQ33 were a crate inside the Battle Pass that was extremely low. And the AK-47, a lot of people were able to grind for that one in Season 1. All the Season 1 players probably got it. Our second and third honorable mention are going to be the Merc 2 and the Merc 1. These skins are also pretty recent. The Merc 2 is recent. It was a Season 2 grind for BR Master 2 reward. And then the Merc 1 was a skin that was also released in the Prophet, which we're going to get onto later in the video. So shout out to those honorable mentions. They just didn't make it into the top 10. I feel like they weren't rare enough, or just not as rare as the things we're about to get into. So with that being said, we're going to go on to the Battery Demolition. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like that. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the skin. This was, I think, the first, no, it wasn't the first. It was one of the first character skin crates to release in Call of Duty Mobile. And the reason I'm putting this in the top 10 is because very few people have this skin. It is extremely rare, as it was one of the first character crates to be released in Call of Duty Mobile. I don't know a lot of people who got this skin. And with that being said, we're going to move on to number 9, which is the Prophet, which was released around the same exact time as the Battery Demolition. And the reason I'm ranking this one in front of the Battery Demolition is simply because this crate cost double the amount as the Battery Demolition. So people were able to take their chances with the Demolition skin because it was cheaper, but the Prophet was way more expensive. Not a lot of people are going to spend their 720 CP on a crate that they could probably, the chances of getting the skin were so low. So who would go for that when you can spend half of that and get a Battery Demolition skin, which is also a pretty nice skin. One of the first skins to release in Call of Duty Mobile. Now coming in at that number 8 spot, a lot of you guys might question this one right here. A lot of you guys might question this number 8 spot. But I'm going to have to give it to the DLQ33 Trick or Treat camo, which I have. It was a direct purchase offer for $5 back in Halloween. And I have never seen a player with this skin my entire days, months playing Call of Duty Mobile. I have never seen a player have this skin, or a lot of these skins on the list as a matter of fact. And because it was a Season 1 skin, I'm going to have to rank this at number 8. It's pretty rare. Not a lot of people were able to get this skin. A lot of people didn't want to spend $5 for a common Trick or Treat skin, but now it is extremely rare. You do not see a lot of people with it. And that's why it's going to take that number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have the Special Ops 2. And this skin right here was a BR award for Season 1. And many people did not grind for this. People played Call of Duty Mobile for Call of Duty, which is a first-person shooter game. And they didn't necessarily even acknowledge BR back then in Season 1. Now that they added the Merc 5 Yellow Snake, a lot of people are playing BR. They really like that skin. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to go for it. But the Special Ops 2 is just, you never see someone with that skin. Unless they're a really good BR player, they probably do not have that skin unless they love BR and Call of Duty Mobile. Extremely rare skin right here, my guys. Extremely rare. And that's why it's going to be the number lucky 7 spot. At that number 6 spot, it's going to rank really high in this list as it was the most expensive lucky draw in the game. The most expensive lucky draw in the game. The most, I think you could probably pull any amount of skin with the amount of money you spend on this lucky draw right here. And that is going to be the Halloween Skeleton and AK-47 Pumpkin Head crate, or not crate, lucky draw. This lucky draw right here was insane. The amount of money that you had to spend on this lucky draw is insane. Almost nobody was willing to spend that much money on a lucky draw. And the chances were so low that nobody was able to pull these skins first try, second try, like you could see now. And that's why they're going to rank so high in this list, as the Pumpkin AK-47 alone cost $100. I think it was $100 just to get the AK-47 Pumpkin Head. And that's why they are going to rank so high in this list. Okay, moving on to the top 5 top rarest items. I'm going to have to give it to the Black and Gold M4, HG40, and ASM10. Because these skins right here were released at Season 1 early on as the Black and Gold series, which we now know as like the M4 LMG Black and Gold. Like that series right there. That M4 LMG came from the series back in Season 1, the ASM10, HG40, M4, all those Black and Gold skins. And the reason these are going to rank so high is because the amount of CP that you had to spend to get these guns with such a low chance were just not worth it. And these guns are all very bad guns in the game compared to other ARs and SMGs. They just aren't very vital compared to the OP Type 25 and AK-117 back in Season 1. So a lot of people were not willing to spend money just to get these skins that you're never going to use, unless you were to use the gun for gameplay or something. And that's why these 3 skins, the black and gold series, are ranked so high in the list. Coming in at number 4, we have the ASM-10 Plasma. And all you Garena players out there are probably like, Adam, that thing was so easy to get. It was a new event. It was easy to get. I didn't even have to spend as much CP as I would if it was in a crate. The reason this isn't ranked higher is because the Garena players were able to get it so easily through a new event that was released in the Garena server. And the reason that it's pretty high up on the tier list as number 4 is simply because almost no global players have this gun. Not even the top YouTubers have this gun, and that really can tell you something about this skin. It is extremely rare. It was released for like 30 minutes to 2 hours on close to Black Friday. It was a Black Friday. It was a Black Friday offer, and it was removed as a direct purchase for $8 very shortly after I bought it. I was on stream when I did it. Luckily, I got it. And that's why it's going to rank so high, but not higher on the list. Coming in the top 3 spot, top 3 rarest items in the game, in my opinion, I'm going to have to give it to the black and gold Arctic 50. The reason this is so high up is because I've been playing Call of Duty Mobile since day 1. And either I forgot about this skin or I just didn't even know it was released. And I play every single day. I'm really active on Call of Duty Mobile. This thing had to be released as a crate in the beta. And because of that, this thing is going to rank so high up on the tier list. This thing is so rare. I've never seen a player with it. This black and gold Arctic 50 deserves the top 3 spot. Coming in number 2, also an extremely rare skin, and that's going to be the Special Ops 4. And the reason I ranked this higher than the black and gold Arctic 50 is simply because, once again, players didn't necessarily play Call of Duty Mobile for the BR. So if you play Call of Duty Mobile in the beta, you probably have the mindset as, I'm going to play Team Deathmatch and stuff like that and not grind BR for a skin that I might never use again. And because of that, this thing is so rare. Almost nobody has this in the game. I've seen about maybe 5 people with this skin. I know there's a lot of people who have this skin that just don't post content about it or whatnot, but I'd say I've seen about 5 people with this skin. And with that being said, I'm going to move on to the number 1 item. And honestly, guys, it was tough between the number 1 and 2. It was really tough between the number 1 and 2 rank on this tier list. But I have to give it to the magical knife. I have to give it to the magical eye knife, which was also a beta item. You got it from doing the cashback event in the beta, which currently our cashback event is the baseball bat. So you'd have to spend 4,000 CP or buy 4,000 CP to get this skin. So it's like spending maybe $40 for a knife or whatever. The reason this got a higher rank than the Special Ops 4 is simply because not a lot of people were willing to spend money. Like, a free-to-play grindable item is understandable, but spending $40 for a knife, I just don't think any beta players, except maybe YouTubers and maybe a few other players, were willing to do. And that's why this is going to take the number 1 spot on this tier list. So with all that being said, I love y'all. Tell me what you think about this tier list. Maybe I should change some things around next time. Do you want me to do a certain tier list for a certain gun? Like, I was thinking about doing a sniper's top 5 sniper skin tier list. So just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Comment some positivity. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate that. And oh, as always, make sure to subscribe, because over 50% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and that is crazy, my guys. What? Subscribe to your boy for this beautiful content, and I will see y'all in the stream tonight, hopefully. Bye.